Welcome back to Code 2 Car. Today, we're diving into the all-new 2026 BMW X2, a compact coupe SUV that's turning heads with its looks, performance, and cutting-edge tech. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. BMW has taken bold steps with the second-generation X2, built on the FAR platform shared with the latest X1. The standout is the hexagonal kidney grille, available with iconic glow lighting. Sleek LED rear lights, dramatic dual-aero DRLs, and optional 21-inch alloy wheels complete the aggressive coupe SUV silhouette. It's a car that doesn't just blend into traffic, it demands attention. This year, two trims lead the lineup. The xDrive 28i comes with a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder producing 241 horsepower, paired with all-wheel drive, sprinting from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.2 seconds. For those who want more adrenaline, the M35i delivers 312 horsepower, shaving the 0 to 60 time to about 5.2 seconds. It's sharper, more athletic, and unmistakably BMW in its drive feel. Step inside and you're greeted with BMW's signature curved display, a 10.25-inch instrument cluster seamlessly integrated with a 10.7-inch central touchscreen. It runs the latest operating system 9, eliminating the traditional iDrive knob in favor of a responsive touchscreen and advanced voice controls. Luxuries include the Sky Lounge panoramic roof, the Air Console gaming system for entertainment while parked, and a wireless charging tray. BMW's Digital Key Plus lets you use your smartphone to unlock, personalize, and start the car without ever reaching for a fob. Safety tech is abundant. You get active cruise control with Stop and Go, Parking Assistant Plus with 3D surround views, High Beam Assistant, and an augmented reality head-up display that projects key info right onto the windshield. Despite the sporty coupe styling, practicality hasn't been forgotten. There's 25.3 cubic feet of cargo space, expanding to 51.7 cubic feet when you fold the rear seats. The cabin is trimmed in perforated Veganza upholstery, while a raised center console with a minimalist gear selector keeps things ergonomic and stylish. Pricing starts at around $45,475 for the xDrive 28i, while the M35i comes in at roughly $54,575. Fuel economy is respectable, with the xDrive 28i delivering about 24 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway, and the M35i coming in slightly lower at 23 and 32. So, is the 2026 BMW X2 worth your attention, or your money? The 2026 Tesla Model Y, known internally as Project Juniper, this isn't just a facelift. It's a wide-reaching overhaul to Tesla's best-selling electric SUV. We'll break down the design changes, performance updates, range improvements, tech upgrades, comfort refinements, autopilot enhancements, and the all-important pricing details. By the end, you'll know exactly what's new, what's better, and whether it's worth your money. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the 2026 Model Y looks familiar, but the changes are more than skin-deep. The most striking new element is the lighting. Both front and rear now feature full-width LED light bars, a design choice that connects it to Tesla's upcoming next-gen vehicles and subtly hints at the Cybertruck's influence. The front light bar integrates slim, sharper LED headlights that give the car a more aggressive stance. The bumper has been resculpted to improve aerodynamics, and the side profile benefits from subtly reworked door panels that improve wind flow and reduce drag. Around back, the tailgate has a cleaner, smoother contour, and the LED tail strip gives the Model Y a high-tech signature at night. Tesla says these changes contribute to a small but measurable boost in efficiency. Aerodynamics have always been a Tesla priority, and the 2026 Model Y takes that further. Small tweaks to underbody panels, a slightly reshaped rear spoiler lip, and optimized wheel designs all contribute to reducing the drag coefficient. This might sound minor, but even a 1 or 2% gain in aerodynamic efficiency can add a few extra miles to the range, and in the EV world, every mile counts. Step inside, and you'll notice the refresh continues. The interior now feels more premium, with better materials across the dashboard, doors, and center console. The dash is cleaner, with a horizontal LED ambient light strip running across its width, customizable in multiple colors. The massive 15.4-inch central touchscreen remains the command center, but software updates make it faster and smoother to operate. Rear passengers now have their own 8-inch touchscreen mounted on the back of the center console, giving them control over climate settings, seat heating, and entertainment apps like Netflix, YouTube, and Tesla arcade games. Seating comfort is a big part of the update. Tesla has reshaped the seats for better lumbar and thigh support, using higher quality padding and more durable vegan leather upholstery. The front seats now have deeper bolstering to hold you in place during spirited driving, while the rear bench offers improved cushioning for long trips. Storage space remains excellent, with a generous frunk up front and a wide, flat cargo area in the back that expands when the rear seats are folded. Under the skin, the 2026 Model Y has received some important performance and refinement tweaks. The dual-motor all-wheel drive system is now paired with updated inverters and a slightly revised battery pack for more efficient energy use. The long-range AWD model delivers 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.9 seconds, while the performance variant, part of the launch series, can do it in roughly 3.5 seconds. For context, that's sports car territory, from a family SUV. Even the base model, expected later in the year, will manage sub-5-second acceleration. Range has always been a Tesla selling point, and the updated Model Y keeps that tradition. On 19-inch wheels, the long-range AWD is rated for about 327 miles on the EPA cycle. Opt for the larger 20-inch wheels, and that number drops slightly to around 303 miles, still competitive in its class. Tesla credits this consistency to improved thermal management in the battery system, more efficient motors, and the aerodynamic changes we mentioned earlier. Ride quality and noise insulation have both improved. Tesla has revised the suspension tuning for a more composed feel over rough roads without losing the sharp cornering response drivers expect. Cabin noise has dropped significantly, thanks to better sound insulation in the floor and doors, plus laminated side glass that helps block wind and tire noise. Independent testers have measured just 66 decibels in the cabin at 70 miles per hour, impressive for any vehicle, let alone a crossover SUV. On the tech side, autopilot remains standard, but the 2026 Model Y launch series comes with full self-driving capability activated from the factory. Tesla is still careful to note that FSD requires driver supervision, but it now offers smoother lane changes, better handling of complex intersections, and improved object recognition. Hardware upgrades include the return of radar sensors alongside the existing camera suite, plus an interior cabin radar that can detect motion, including the presence of children or pets, to prevent dangerous situations. Future over-the-air updates are expected to enable predictive collision avoidance, more advanced automated parking, and expanded hands-free highway driving. Infotainment has also seen a boost. The central display now runs on Tesla's latest processing hardware, making it faster when loading maps, switching between apps, or rendering complex 3D visualizations for autopilot. The rear entertainment screen mirrors some of these capabilities, letting passengers stream content, adjust music, or even play games without disturbing the driver. Audio has been upgraded too, with a retuned sound system offering richer bass and clearer highs. Safety remains a Tesla hallmark, with the 2026 Model Y expected to maintain its 5-star safety rating in all categories. Standard features include automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and lane departure prevention. The updated suite also includes improved pedestrian detection in low-light conditions and faster reacting side collision avoidance. When it comes to charging, the Model Y retains compatibility with Tesla's massive supercharger network, now enhanced by V4 superchargers in certain locations. These can deliver even faster charging rates, potentially adding over 200 miles of range in just 15 minutes under optimal conditions. For home charging, Tesla's wall connector remains the most convenient option, delivering a full overnight charge on most household circuits. Pricing for the 2026 Model Y varies depending on trim. The Launch Series, which includes full self-driving and acceleration boost as standard, starts around $61,630 including destination charges. The long-range AWD is expected to start in the $46,000 to $50,000 range before incentives, while a more affordable standard range model should arrive later, likely priced around $44,000. While these prices are higher than the outgoing model, the added features and improvements make for a stronger value proposition in the competitive EV market. The 2026 Tesla Model Y arrives at a time when the electric SUV segment is more crowded than ever, with strong competition from Ford, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and others. But Tesla's combination of range, performance, charging infrastructure, and continuous software updates still gives it a unique edge. For current Model Y owners, the upgrades might be tempting enough to consider trading up, while new EV buyers will find it hard to ignore the package Tesla has put together. So, after this in-depth look, is the 2026 Tesla Model Y the right choice for you? If you prioritize cutting-edge tech, class-leading range, rapid charging, and a global charging network, it's hard to beat. If your focus is on traditional luxury touches, you might find some rivals more appealing. But in terms of overall EV practicality, performance, and future-proofing, the Model Y still feels like the one to beat. What's your take? Are you excited about the full-width light bars? Does the 3.9-second acceleration make you smile, or is the rear entertainment screen the real game-changer for your family? We're taking a closer look at the 2026 Lexus LS, the flagship sedan from Lexus that blends timeless elegance with the latest in performance and technology. The exterior design carries forward the signature Lexus styling with a bold, intricate spindle grille, sharper body lines, and a floating roofline that gives the car a modern yet sophisticated profile. Slim LED headlights and a sleek full-width LED taillight bar emphasize its presence, while new alloy wheel designs and subtle aerodynamic tweaks make it look even more dynamic. Inside, the LS is all about craftsmanship and comfort. The cabin is lined with premium leather, natural wood trim, and soft-touch materials. A panoramic moonroof floods the interior with light, and both front and rear seats offer heating, ventilation, and even massage functions in the executive configuration. The 12.3-inch central touchscreen integrates seamlessly into the dash, with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and built-in navigation. For audiophiles, the available Mark Levinson 23-speaker sound system delivers an incredible listening experience. Under the hood, you'll find two powertrain options. The twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 produces around 416 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, while the naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 pushes output to about 472 horsepower. Both are paired with a smooth-shifting 10-speed automatic transmission. The V8 can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.6 seconds, while the V6 does it in about 5 seconds. Fuel economy is competitive for the class, with the V6 delivering an estimated 25 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway, and the V8 coming in at around 22 and 31. The 2026 Lexus LS also comes packed with safety features. Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0 is standard, offering adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. Optional features include a 360-degree camera, head-up display, and highway driving assist for semi-autonomous driving on long journeys. Subtle exterior updates make the LS feel fresh without losing its identity. The darker grille mesh, sportier wheel options, and updated lighting give it a more assertive look. Inside, the floating touchscreen and improved climate control interface make the cabin more user-friendly. While Lexus hasn't confirmed official pricing yet, industry expectations put the starting price around £72,000 in the UK, with higher trims and executive packages pushing well above that. The Lexus LS has always been about quiet refinement, long-term reliability, and a driving experience that prioritizes comfort over outright sportiness. The 2026 model continues that tradition, while adding just enough modern touches to keep it competitive. So, what do you think? Does the 2026 Lexus LS still hold the crown for luxury sedans, the 2026 Mazda 3? While Mazda has been relatively quiet about official announcements, the rumor mill, insider leaks, and subtle industry signals are painting a fascinating picture of what we can expect. And whether you're a Mazda loyalist or just a fan of smart, stylish cars that balance performance and practicality, you're going to want to stick around for this one, because we're going to cover everything, from possible design updates and engine choices, to tech upgrades, safety features, and the bigger question of whether the Mazda 3's days are numbered. Let's start by looking at where the Mazda 3 stands right now. The current generation, introduced in 2019 and lightly refreshed in the years since, has built a reputation for being one of the most driver-focused cars in its class. While most compact sedans and hatchbacks lean heavily on cost-cutting, the Mazda 3 has carved out a niche by offering a premium-feeling interior, sharp steering, and a driving experience that often draws comparisons to luxury brands. But here's the challenge: consumer tastes are shifting toward SUVs, and even though Mazda has embraced that shift with models like the CX-30, CX-50, and CX-90, the Mazda 3 has remained an important halo product for the brand's car lineup. Now, when it comes to the 2026 model, the first big question is, will it even be significantly updated, or will Mazda let it ride on with only minor tweaks? Some insiders suggest the company could be planning a modest refresh rather than a full redesign. That means we may see updated headlights and taillights, a subtly reworked grille, and maybe new wheel designs. Think of it as a cosmetic facelift, enough to make it feel fresh in the showroom, but not a radical departure from the current design. And honestly, the current Mazda 3 still looks great. Its Kodo design language has aged remarkably well, so even small adjustments could keep it competitive visually. Inside the cabin, Mazda has been gradually upgrading the 3's technology over the years. In earlier models, one common criticism was the infotainment screen. It was crisp and easy to read but felt small compared to rivals. By 2026, we can reasonably expect a larger display, possibly pushing toward 12 inches, along with an even cleaner software interface. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are pretty much a given at this point, but there's talk of improved wireless stability and faster response times. Materials should remain a strong point: soft-touch plastics, real stitching, and premium-feeling trim pieces. One of Mazda's consistent strengths is making you feel like you're in a class-above vehicle, and the 2026 version will likely keep pushing that premium vibe. On the performance front, this is where things get interesting. Right now, the Mazda 3 offers a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter and 2.5-liter Skyactiv G engine, plus a turbocharged 2.5-liter that delivers serious punch, up to 250 horsepower with premium fuel. For 2026, rumors suggest we might see an updated version of Mazda's Skyactiv X engine technology, which blends spark and compression ignition for better efficiency without sacrificing performance. And in an era where hybrids are becoming standard fare, there's hope, and some credible speculation, that Mazda might finally bring a hybrid Mazda 3 to market. This would make it far more competitive against hybrid-heavy rivals like the Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic. Driving feel has always been a Mazda calling card, and the 3 is no exception. The 2026 version is expected to keep its well-weighted steering and balanced chassis. If anything, Mazda could fine-tune the suspension for an even smoother ride without dulling that trademark responsiveness. Noise insulation might also see improvement, especially with more premium aspirations in mind. Now, let's talk safety. The current Mazda 3 already comes loaded with driver assist features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and automatic emergency braking. By 2026, we could see these systems enhanced with smoother operation, better lane centering performance, and more intuitive alerts. Given how much tech is advancing in this space, a next-gen camera and radar system wouldn't be surprising. Pricing is harder to pin down, but given inflation and Mazda's push toward premium positioning, we can expect a slight bump. The current Mazda 3 starts in the low $20,000s, so a 2026 base model might edge closer to $25,000, with fully loaded turbo models possibly nudging $37,000 or more. If a hybrid comes into play, that could slot somewhere in between, depending on performance and trim levels. But here's the elephant in the room: will Mazda keep the 3 alive much longer? Some industry watchers think the brand might eventually phase it out in markets like the US, focusing entirely on crossovers. However, the Mazda 3 still sells well globally, and in regions like Europe and Japan, compact hatchbacks remain popular. If Mazda does introduce a hybrid or make notable upgrades in 2026, it could be a move to reinvigorate interest and extend the car's lifespan. In the end, the 2026 Mazda 3 is shaping up to be more of an evolution than a revolution, but sometimes that's exactly what a great car needs. A cleaner design, better tech, maybe a new hybrid option, and that same great driving feel could be enough to keep it competitive in a market that's rapidly changing. So here's my question for you: what would make you choose the 2026 Mazda 3 over its rivals? Is it the idea of a hybrid? The promise of better tech? Or do you think Mazda should go bold with a full redesign instead of small updates? 2026 Honda CR-V and the 2026 Honda HR-V. They may share the same family badge, but they're built for very different types of drivers. Let's take a closer look and see which one fits your lifestyle better. At first glance, the CR-V looks more like the big brother in this matchup. It's longer, wider, and taller than the HR-V, and that extra size translates directly into more interior room. You'll notice at the moment you step inside, rear passengers in the CR-V enjoy almost 4 extra inches of legroom compared to the HR-V, making longer journeys much more comfortable. Cargo space is another big win for the CR-V. With the rear seats up, it can fit up to 11 carry-on bags, while the HR-V manages about 7. In liters, that's roughly 1,113 in the CR-V versus 691 in the HR-V. So, if space is a priority, the CR-V is the obvious choice. Under the hood, the CR-V comes with a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing about 190 horsepower, paired with a smooth CVT transmission. There's also a hybrid version available, boosting total system power to around 204 horsepower while significantly improving fuel economy. On the other hand, the HR-V uses a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder with 158 horsepower. It's reliable and efficient for city driving, but acceleration is noticeably slower than the CR-V, especially if you're merging onto the highway or passing another car. In performance terms, the CR-V is the more versatile and capable choice. Fuel economy is close for the gasoline models. The HR-V gets around 26 miles per gallon in the city and 32 on the highway, while the CR-V manages about 28 in the city and 33 on the highway. However, if you go for the CR-V hybrid, you can expect even better numbers, making it ideal for those who drive a lot and want to save on fuel. Inside, both SUVs feel modern and tech-forward. The 2026 models now feature a 9-inch touchscreen as standard, along with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both also offer wireless charging, improved materials, and ambient lighting in higher trims. Where the CR-V pulls ahead is in its extra technology on premium trims, like Google built-in for navigation and media, a premium audio system, and more advanced driver aids. Both come standard with the Honda Sensing Safety Suite, giving you adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, collision mitigation braking, and road departure mitigation. Price-wise, the HR-V is more budget-friendly, starting at around $27,500, while the CR-V starts in the low $30,000 range and can go over $38,000 for fully loaded or hybrid versions. So, the HR-V offers great value if you need a practical, efficient vehicle for daily use, while the CR-V asks for more money but gives you more performance, more space, and more tech. In short, the HR-V is a smart choice for city living, smaller families, or drivers who prioritize price and maneuverability. The CR-V, on the other hand, is perfect for those who need more room, better acceleration, longer trip comfort, and the option for hybrid efficiency. Both are built on Honda's reputation for reliability, so you can't go wrong either way. It's all about your priorities. So, which one would you choose, the nimble and affordable HR-V, or the spacious and powerful CR-V? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Code 2 Car for more detailed car comparisons, reviews, and automotive updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.